The country was shocked early last year as prominent designer Medea, daughter of the renowned king of Culture's Clothing, was arrested for the brutal murder of her sons, Momerus and Pheres. I'm Melpomene, and today I'll bring you insider information on this tragedy and its devastating impact, including an exclusive interview with Medea herself. This is Muse News. Fashion enthusiasts will remember that in 2014, designer Medea left Culture's Clothing, taking with her the company designs for the Golden Fleece fashion collection, in what will be remembered as one of the largest scandals of Paris Fashion Week history. Now, whether this was premeditated or not is highly debated, but Medea immediately joined up with the crew of the Argo, an up-and-coming fashion brand headed by the charismatic Jason Thessaly. Medea's fashion designs, combined with Jason's ruthless business plan, cemented the Argo as one of the foremost luxury fashion brands. However, it left Culture's Clothing with almost nothing. Now, Medea did cut off her family with this incredible betrayal, but she seemed to thrive as she and Jason became somewhat of an it couple, marrying and having 2 children. However, paradise didn't last.
What do you think about the affair? Come on, share, come on.
After a 10-year marriage, Jason divorced Medea for Creusa Corinth, which, well, ended poorly. The Thessaly children disappeared in March 2024, immediately after Jason filed for divorce. An investigation revealed the horrifying truth that Medea murdered her own 2 sons by poisoning them and then dismembered their corpses in what will be remembered as one of the worst filicides in Australian history. A vicious court case has now ended with Medea being sentenced to life in prison without parole. What really sparked her murderous rage? Today, we aim to find out.
Sit down.
I'm here today with Medea Cultures to discover her perspective on the recent tragedy. So Medea, what prompted you to act in the way that you did?
Well, I needed to teach him a lesson. I mean, you would not believe what he did to me after everything that I had done for him. I mean, I stole my father's ideas from his company to give to Jason. I desecrated my brother's remains. You know, I had his children. And then he goes and leaves me for some harlot. I mean, in my opinion, just between us two, I think what I did wasn't even comparable.
I'm sorry, what did you say about your brother?
Are you even listening to me? I mean, like, what he did to me was so awful. He ruined my reputation.
So you blame Jason entirely for the death of your children, then?
Of course. I mean, it was his fault. You know, like, if he didn't cheat on me and if it wasn't for his adultery, I never even would have thought of killing my kids. I mean, I'm not crazy.
So, that is an interesting way to look at it.
Yeah.
So do you regret your actions at all?
Look, in all honesty, no. I mean, I'm bummed and everything, and I'm sad that they're dead. I mean, what else could I have done?
That is another interesting way to look at it, a very new perspective. Could you explain to me why you mutilated the bodies of your children as well as just poisoning them?
I mean, I only mutilated them because I lied and deserved to bury them properly. I mean, it wasn't me who deserved them, if you think about it. It was Jason. I mean, I'm pretty upset about my kids being dead, but I always hold them close to my heart. And you know what I think? If they were still alive, they would be having an awful time with that awful woman who's his new wife. I don't remember her name, it's not really relevant, I guess. But, you know, I did them a favour.
So the death of your children is preferable to them living with their stepmother?
I mean, yeah, it's unfortunate, I suppose, though, that they are dead.
Thank you for telling me. So, if you could speak to Jason now, is there anything that you'd want to say to him?
Jason, I know you probably feel hard done by, but you know what? You are an oath breaker, a guest deceiver, and you're a liar. And you had what was coming if you think about it. I mean, at the end of the day, though, I hope he is happy with his new wife, and I hope they're happy until death do them part.
And finally, Medea, how are you coping with life in prison, especially seeing as you don't believe you deserve to be there?
You know, it is hard, I'm sure you can imagine, yeah. But I quickly learned that mentality is key.
While Medea is certainly strong in her convictions, but what about her husband, Jason Thessaly, who Medea blames for the death of her children? To provide some backstory, Jason Thessaly was also raised in the fast-paced world of fashion. His father was the lead editor of the prestigious Iolcos fashion magazine. However, upon his death, the role was overtaken by Jason's uncle, Peleus. After finishing school, Jason claimed he had the right to the role of lead editor. However, he was denied it due to lack of experience. Thus, Jason launched his own luxury fashion brand, the Argo, but the company struggled until the entry of Medea with Culture's King's Golden Fleece designs. I'm here now with Jason Thessaly, who recently suffered the loss of his 2 children. I'm very sorry, Jason. How are you coping?
I will miss them every day. Truly, they never did deserve such an abrupt end to their life. But, like any great father and businessman, I come back stronger from any loss and any challenge. Some might be surprised to know, but I not only was the breadwinner of this household, but also my children's backbone and biggest supporter. Medea never really did have the motherly instincts I was looking for in a wife. However, my business, I will continue to grow it and be stronger. I even have plans to make a beautiful blood red collection for evening wear in memory of Mermes and Ferres. I even bought this beautiful scarf for you.
Thank you.
Welcome. Keep an eye out for that.
That's a very interesting approach to grief, Jason. Who do you blame for the death of your children?
Is that even a question? Medea, 100%. I mean, who are we even pointing fingers at other than her? She probably got hysterical like usual.
Right.
Because I'm not paying her bills anymore, and I'm not covering up her outbursts.
I see.
I even paid her handsomely. For her divorce payments, yeah.
Right, and what would you say in terms of Medea's claim that you are to blame for the death of your children?
That's insane. Any man has the right to leave a disaster of a marriage. I mean, can you actually expect me to be happy living with her? She's completely and utterly crazy. We couldn't prove it in the court case, but she poisoned my new wife's dress.
Oh.
That gorgeous fabric from my own personal collection, she made green with arsenic.
That's shocking. Do you give Medea any credit for the success of your business?
No, of course not. She merely assisted me with my amazing success. By the way, everything's officially 25% off right here, right now, so you go get it. But, yes, no, she didn't help whatsoever.
Really?
No, and she especially, I don't want this in the news, okay? She certainly did not help me get rid of Peleus, alright?
What about Peleus?
Yes, Peleus, he's my uncle. He stole the job that was rightfully mine. Rightfully. I was gonna get it back myself, but Medea had to be insane and get the court, like the board court, to fire him. Yes, to fire him.
CEO's board.
Yes, you know what I mean.
Yes.
It's my business, I don't know what I'm talking about. Of course, everyone found out that she got rid of him for me. I lost my job. Chief editor of my own family business.
Well, I'm very sorry, Jason. Thank you for your time and my regrets about your children.
Thank you.
Why was he only wearing one shoe? Oh, right. This is clearly a highly emotional topic with tempers running high. Even for those less affected, like Medea's estranged father, recent events have been highly impactful. I'm now here with Aeetes, Medea's father and the king of Culture's Clothing. Your family must have been under a lot of scrutiny at the moment with recent events. How are you dealing with that?
It's been very difficult indeed. Our family's reputation has taken a great hit, as I'm sure you can imagine. I've lost at least 3 major business deals over this unfortunate situation, I suppose we could say. And considering the preceding events of Medea's betrayal to this family, we were already getting a lot of unwanted attention from the press. And as usual, she made that significantly worse. I mean, I thought I had raised her better.
You seem strangely unsurprised about her behaviour.
Yes. As a child, she was very rash, but I never thought she would take it this far, And then after the sticky situation with her brother, my opinion did change drastically. But killing her kids, I think that's a bit extreme.
Could you elaborate on what you mean by the sticky situation with her brother?
You reporters. I suppose you have seen the rest of our dirty laundry. So Medea's brother died when she was just a child, and I kept his ashes in my office. And then when I noticed she had stolen the designs for my Golden Fleece collection, which was inspired, I do have to say, I called security to chase after her, and she threw his ashes to the floor, completely destroying them, and we all stopped in absolute horror, of course, and she got away. And I lost that lawsuit, and there was no way that I could prove the designs that I had created myself weren't hers or that miscreant Jason, who I never wanted to work with.
Right, I'm very sorry for the events which have transpired, and I suppose also your business deals. Do you regret cutting Medea off?
Fashion is a cutthroat business, and I carry that mentality with me through the rest of my life. I did try to teach Medea this, but I think she may have misinterpreted it. Anyway, no, I don't regret it. I believe it was the right action to take. She needed to learn that in this world, actions have consequences, and I can only hope that her time behind bars is reformative.
Right. Thank you for your time. That was very informative. I'm here today with the empty graves of Medea's murdered children. Who do you blame for your deaths? And now to Jason's new wife, Creusa, who Jason met through her father, the well-known designer Erechtheus. I'm here now with Creusa, the new wife of Jason Thessaly. Thank you for meeting with me today. I can only imagine how you're feeling.
It has been a strange few months.
Do you believe that you played any role in Medea's actions?
Certainly not. I understand that she might have been a little upset, but do you really think that I could be at fault in a murder case? Medea overreacted. But I am sorry the whole thing happened, though.
Right, of course. And why do you believe that Medea holds so much resentment towards you?
Jealousy, I'm afraid. She couldn't stand to see Jason moving on, even though he was dreadfully unsatisfied with her. That's why she targeted me with that poison, of course. Jealousy.
Of course. Now, what's your opinion on... Oh. What? Oh my god, that's the studio. They've just told me that Medea has escaped from prison.
What? Oh my god!